Hey guys, Brother John here. I'm getting ready to do a review of the Baptist Study Edition Bible. This is the most academic study Bible that I have. My last review I did on YouTube was the Rock of Ages Study Bible. There may have been like maybe one thing or two that may have didn't go over, but that's okay. This is a review, but this is the Baptist Study Edition. Was made by a group of Baptists, mainly promoted by Dr. W.A. Criswell and Dr. Paige Patterson. These were Southern Baptist people from a long time ago. So this is a Southern Baptist Study Bible. When I say the word Southern Baptist, I don't mean Southern Baptists of today. I mean Southern Baptist preachers from back in the day. So let's get into it. This is Burgundy. This is very rare. It's a very rare study Bible. You cannot find it no more. It's out of print. This is in the New King James, which is the only thing I don't like about it, because I'm a King James guy, the old King James guy. So New King James, not crazy about it, but I'm an old King James person, so old fashioned. But yeah, it's Burgundy. This is leather. It's really hard to find. I do have another one that's hardback. I don't have it with me, but it's the same thing. So let's get into it. As soon as you open it up, it says Holy Bible Baptist Study Edition, and it has like this cross. Well, it has this cross thing right here. You see a cross. I don't know if you can see that. It says New King James. And the main editor is W.A. Criswell, PhD, Paige Patterson. There's a bunch of other people who are in here. These are all the editors, which is a lot of editors, Baptist editors in here. I'm just going to kind of give you a look at all. These are the main editors up front, and these are the people down here as well. So you can see there's a lot of editors in here. So that's why this is like the most academic study Bible on the planet Earth. I'm going to give you some names. W.A. Criswell, R.G. Lee, some of his stuff is in here. Paige Patterson, Adrian Rogers, Dr. Adrian Rogers, well-known person. Dr. Jerry, I think his name is Vans. He's in here. Dr. Ed Young. There's a bunch of other people. Dr. James Milton, I think that's how you say his name. But yeah, there's a bunch of editors in here. Let's see here. Make sure it's still playing. Let's see here. They have the preface, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. There's 6 pages on that. That's what I mean, but this is very academic. There's a lot of charts and diagrams and maps in here with a lot of commentary. I'm going to try to show you the best I can. This is going to be a long interview, or not, it's going to be a long review, sorry, on this. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I can, because this is something that is a very rare Bible that is not talked about, because it's very old. So right here you have this diagram of the Old Testament right there. It's Old Testament diagram. This is pretty much from Adam all the way to Malachi, and it talks all about the years and stuff like that. And this is the introduction to Genesis. The font is like regular font. It's not comfortable print or large print or giant print. It's just regular print. It's still readable. So I mean, I have big glasses, so you expect it to be readable. So this is kind of like how it's going to be. And like I said, this is very academic, folks. Very academic. So you're going to get a lot out of it. So I'll give you an example. Just the introduction to Genesis is 1, 2, 3 long pages, full pages of introduction, and then as soon as you get to the main part, verse 1 through some of the other verses, you're going to get a lot. So here is another diagram, and here's another outline. Let's do here's the outline of Genesis, and here is a diagram. This is the creation work of God diagram. And here is the commentary. So I'm not too crazy about commentary that takes up. So this is the Bible up here, and this is the commentary down below. So you're going to get a lot. And so, I mean, if you're a very academic person, then maybe this is for you. But for me, I like to keep it simple, not too much notes or commentary. But this is yeah. So here's another diagram right here of Genesis chapter 1. So here it is right here. So you're going to see a lot of these diagrams, and here's commentary down below. Here's the Bible over here, and here's commentary down below. This may be a study Bible, but it also has center column references. So it's not like the Rock of Ages study Bible that has just the Bible and notes. This actually has center column references. So yeah, like I said, you're going to get a lot of commentary. Here's the Bible, there's the notes down below. Here's the Bible, here's the notes down below. It's going to be like that throughout most of here. Throughout most of this, it's going to be like this. And here's some more diagrams. Yeah. I think it says the age of the page. Yeah. There's some more diagrams. You're going to see a lot of that in here. So you're going to get a lot. Let's see if I can find. I'm trying to. Here's some maps in here. They also have this in the Rock of Ages study Bible that I didn't get a chance to cover. I wish I did. So you see maps like these in the Rock of Ages as well. I'm talking about that because I did a review of that in my last video, and that's one thing I missed, and I forgot to do that. So I'm trying to do that in this one. So there's maps in here about that size, and then there's some more diagrams. That's really like that throughout here. So here's a smaller map right there. There's some commentary here. A little commentary down below. They also have a diagram in here on Daniel on the dream that he interpreted of Nebuchadnezzar's dream right here, where it actually shows you the kingdoms that he's talking about. So here's a diagram of that right there, explaining the dream of Nebuchadnezzar. It's just that's really neat. Some study Bibles, I don't know, I haven't really seen much of that. I don't know if there's a diagram in there like that, Rock of Ages, but I know there's some great notes on that topic because I've seen it. Alright. Let's keep going. Here's some more diagrams. This is in Jonah. Yeah. Here's a diagram on Jonah right here. So here's more commentary down below and down here. So you're going to get a lot, folks, with this thing. You'll probably, if you actually read all the notes and the references and the charts and the diagrams and all the stuff that comes with this, you will probably have like the understanding of someone who has a master's degree or maybe even a doctorate degree. It's just so much in here. Even the introductions are just so long. So long. Let's go back to, here is a chart, here's a diagram. I'm gonna come back to this, Matthew 4. In between the testaments of Old Testament, New Testament, A lot of times they have a lot of stuff in study Bibles, so you need to go check them out if they do have them. So this is really neat. Go to the very beginning. There's so much. Take me forever. Alright. Now we're into the New Testament. Now here's a chronological diagram events right here, right there. And then you have family tree of Herod, and you have the New Testament rules. So right there, the big diagram, and then here's another diagram. So you're going to see a lot of these in here. Here's a New Testament events diagram here, and here's a Messiah fulfillment well, prophecies of the Messiah fulfillment in Jesus Christ. Here's a diagram of that. So here's this one, and here's that one. So like I said, this is like the most academic study I've ever seen. And here's just another diagram. It doesn't really say, well, prophecies of the Messiah. So that, yeah, they're showing you this is continues. So the diagram continues from page to page. Just continue. I'm laying it like this, so I'll have to continue flipping it. Yeah, it continues. Here's another one on the next page. There's another one. And then there has measures, weights and measures on the other one. So here's the, on this one is a prophecy fulfilled in Christ or Jesus. And here's weights and measures there. So here's, it continues there, then it changes to weights and measures. So that's really neat. So a lot of people don't know how that works. So it's really neat. And it continues, here's weights and here's measures right there. That's great. That's great. Oh man. Continue. Here's an article in here. Right there. And here is the gospel. Well, theory. Another diagram. So why 4 gospels? The gospel of Matthew. So there's some charts on here on that. And here's the introduction to Matthew. See how many pages is that? That's a page and like a paragraph. And here's the outline. And here's the notes. Like I said, there's just, the notes takes up so much, and then there's some common references. Now I want to go back. Oh, it is red letter, but I flipped it. So it is red letter, and like I said, their notes takes up most of the page. It's red letter. It was in chapter 4. Here's the miracles of Jesus Christ. Here is a big chart of that, of the miracles of Jesus Christ, so you can see all that. Let's move to, I think I had it marked in Acts. There's one in Acts I wanted to show you. Sorry, I had the washing machine going. There's a chart I want to show you. I had it saved in Acts somewhere. Here it is. Here's a map. I think this is the Apostle Paul's journey that he did, and this is the career of the Apostle Paul. This is like, explains like everything about that, about Apostle Paul's origins, training, early religion, salvation, call to missions, role, and pretty much in the end of his life. So there's a map, or there's a chart, or you get the idea. So here's a map, a big map that shows you about the Apostle Paul. Here's that diagram I was telling you about, the career of the Apostle Paul. So that's really cool to see all that. You guys are asking me, have I been through this whole thing? No, it's going to take a long time. Alright. The Pauline epistles, and yeah, so this is shows you from AD, it shows you the years from all the places from Asia, Rome, yeah, the first missionary journey, and all the epistles. It's interesting. They don't have a. Okay. Anyway, here it is. I gotta turn it this way because this is how it's laid out. So you even got a huge one. Now there's another huge one, or a big one, and it's in Revelation. I'll show it to you. We'll go to there now. Well, I just flipped to Revelation. This is chapter 1. Here's the introduction to Revelation, which is 1 page, 2 page, put this down. And here is the inspiration of the book of Revelation chart right there. And here is the outline down below here, and the covers over here. Here is a map of the 7 churches where we're at, right there. I'm trying to cover as much as I can. I know this is going to be a long video, but if you guys want to know, here's a diagram or a chart of the 7 churches of Revelation. So it shows you all that. So let's go here. So you got to turn it this way because this is how it's laid out. Okay, let's move on. Towards the ending, it shows you, this is a premillennial because W. Criswell was a premillennial. So, but they do show you the other positions on millennium. Like they have amillennial. Okay, my bad. They have postmillennial, amillennial, and premillennial. They show you what these positions hold to. But W. Criswell, the main editor of this, he was premillennial. But he at least shows you what these other positions hold to. There's a chart on that, or it has a little thing here. So you actually get to see that. See, it says postmillennial, amillennial, and premillennial right there. So you get to see that. I thought that was cool when I first saw it. It kind of gives you an insight on that stuff. Now it has in the very back, it has Bible study helps, which is really interesting. So these are articles. These are Bible study articles. You have the Scarlet Thread. Okay, let's just go to it. You have the Scarlet Thread of Redemption by Dr. W. Criswell, right there. Dr. W. Criswell, which is an article, a long article. It's a very long article. Then you have an article in here called The Bible. The Bible, a Book of Destiny by Dr. Paige Patterson. There's a huge article on that. You have an article in here by R.G. Lee called Why We Believe the Bible. That's Building a Church, Jerry Vins. You have an article on that. I hope I'm saying his last name right, so please forgive me if I'm not. You have an article in here by Adrian Rogers called Principles of Prayer. So that's another article, and there's more articles about people. I'm just trying to give you some big name people that you may have heard before if you're a Baptist. You have index to study guide or charts here in the back. Shows you that here, and then you have continue helping. You have index to in text maps. So there's tons of maps. I showed you some that were in here, but there's tons of it. Index to notes and study helps. So they actually have, so if you come back here, if you're looking for something like fasting, for example, you come back here and it tells you where to go to, and it has notes on all that. On Millennium, you get the idea. You turn to where it tells you to turn to. Yeah, this is a bunch of stuff. You have the glossary. That's what this is. I'm flipping right here. You have the concordance in the back, which is quite a bit of concordance. Yeah, you have a huge concordance, like a dictionary, to turn to stuff. Yeah, it's quite a bit. Still flipping. Trying to get to. Alright, you have index to maps, and sorry about that. You have an index to maps here. Now the maps in the very back are very old, folks. They're not new maps. Because you got to remember, this is made back in, what was this made? And I'll tell you if I can get to it. This is what the hardback would look like. It's green and gold. So this was printed in 1991. Yeah, it was printed in 1991. So these maps were made back in 1991. So you can see they're not very new. They look really faded because this is a really old study Bible. They look very faded. But let's see here. You got 1 map, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 maps. So it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. You want to know what these maps are? Yeah, you have 8 maps. But this has been my review of the Baptist Study Edition. A friend of mine asked me about, a Baptist pastor asked me if I could do a review of the Baptist Study Edition, and I've been planning on wanting to do this. So yeah, this has been the Baptist Study Edition. I hope you guys like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. The only thing I dislike about it is that it's in the New King James. I wish it was in the King James. But if you have the Criswell, my final thoughts. If you have the Criswell Study Bible that's in the King James Version, it's the exact same thing as this, but it's just been expounded upon. So it's built on the same as the Criswell Study Bible, because I used to have the Criswell Study Bible, the King James Criswell Study Bible. I used to have it, and I had these two side by side. And the notes are exact same. The only difference is that one doesn't have a center column reference. This one does. And this one has more editors and more people tackling on this project to make this happen. So this is a group of independent, it's a group of Southern Baptist preachers from of old coming together, working to make a Baptist study Bible, and they did it. They did. So this is very rare. You're not going to be able to find it. If you do, yeah, it's just... Yeah. So, love you guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to do some more Baptist Study Bibles, so be looking out for it. All right, love you guys. God bless. Bye-bye.